processes in writing, I think is huge. It doesn't matter what you say over the phone. Overemphasize sending recaps and text. There's loud equipment. There's a million different things going through people's heads.
Keeping an open mind and watching people who had been in the field for a long period of time really helped me see how people did things in a different way and came up with my own efficient way of doing things.
It's not something that is a walk in the park. I mean, if you're not used to that work and you're not used to those long hours, this isn't an industry for you. This is something that, you know, on the last day when you guys can push maybe a 9, 10, 11, 12-hour day just to get the job done, you guys are going to push for that rather than coming back the next day. If you guys can get it done, working an extra 2-3 hours, fuck it. Just get the job done.
All right, this is BIL Landscaping, the Hard Lessons Podcast.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
We can reflect on last year, how it went. Like what's on your guys' mind? What's brewing? Crickets.
Crickets.
Okay, so yeah, a summary of the season that just passed. I feel like it went mediocre, you know, decent, but there's lots of room for improvement on everyone's half, and I feel like that can come to fruition with this season coming up.
Like this last year, and we have a lot of new business owners listening to this, and I think it'd be good for them to hear some of what you guys saw from your perspective, some struggles, some waste, some things that now looking back are just super simple and common to us, but at the beginning of last year the mistake was made because we weren't aware to it. Let's go around and get your guys' thoughts on things that do stand out. Like to me, a massive thing was our onboarding and talent. Our people was such an issue, all stemming from our onboarding process wasn't in depth enough. We're going through people way too quick, not taking the time to get them up to our standards. We'd expect a high service standard, but the standard of our people weren't there. So Neris, let's start with you. We'll go all the way around. Let's pick your guys' brain on some waste or oversight.
Personally, I came into the season a fair bit through the season. I didn't have much experience, but throughout the season, Chef Christian helped me process everything. The clients, learn the clients well. The houses, definitely the properties, learn them well. But also what Charlie said is having the people. It's difficult, especially in this business, with bringing people on and keeping them. It's mostly about how good they are people-wise and business-wise. But yeah, we started off pretty well. We had a 3-person crew and we went through it pretty well. Problems happened throughout the end of the season, but we made it work. Jalen coming in, fall season, halfway through fall. It was pretty fun, but
Jalen saved the day.
yeah, Jalen came in, saved the day, exactly. But no, yeah, it was fun, but definitely need to get more people on full time and have people who actually want to learn in this business and prosper. Move on to Christian here or Charlie.
What Neris was saying was having the mentor right off the bat. You were so fortunate to have Christian.
No, for sure.
You're so fortunate to have Christian, and that was in your guys' case, but not in every crew, right? And
sure.
You were the mentee to Christian being a mentor and having a culture of constant improvement for everyone to have that role. And when we sit down and have our team meetings, everyone should be able to point to a mentor or a mentee as well, and it all coming in full circle of constantly doing that, right? Like this coming year, you'll be running a crew, but last year starting out, you didn't know what a fucking weed whip was.
No, definitely not.
Maybe not that bad, but you know. But you get my point. Like,
for sure.
Christian definitely shaped you up for sure, and it's
yeah.
impressive where you are now, of the skill and just so you can think straight. You know?
Right.
Good job.
Lack of better words. This guy's not retarded.
So they need some training on the trailer from the wizard himself. But.
Yeah. No, for sure.
You guys can do some training together.
But yeah, there's definitely, like I said, there's definitely room to grow and improve for everyone. Yeah, whether it's like Nereus learning more for grass maintenance as a whole, trying to get everything locked down and patted down. But yeah, like there's room for improvement to grow for anyone. Yeah, like whether it's, you know, you have zero experience or some experience to full experience, there's always room to grow at the end of the day, even if you feel like you know everything from, like, no matter who it is, there's always people you can learn from at the end of the day too, whether it's little tips or tricks that they might have. But yeah, like there's an improvement for everyone in every spot. Yeah, we can definitely improve as maintenance as a whole just, there's some things that we didn't have packed down the best this year.
Like what? Like, give us some more detail. Like,
yeah, sure. For example, communication could be down a little better, communicating between the crews, figuring out whose job has what.
Yeah, I think more clarity in general amongst everyone, every division, and clarity from the sales process all the way to us operating as well in the field. So the client can get a better idea, and having more expectations in place, right, to better serve the client is why we're doing this.
That's also another thing that we can go off coming this season is just communicating better with the client, just as a whole, getting their opinion on how our work is, if there's anything we can do better to please the client, because again, that's the number one priority, is making sure we have happy clients and that our work is good.
Mic yourself.
But but yeah, no. This year coming up, I feel like we're gonna give it our all, and that we can just improve all around on everyone's side, whether it's maintenance, hardscape. There's always room to improve and grow. No matter what. Yeah.
Everywhere.
No matter the situation, no matter the job, there's always room to grow and improve. So yeah, like don't limit yourself, no matter what.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Emily.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and even just like being in the office and seeing how everyone's been working together as a whole since we've had the people that we have now, I've seen major improvement with everybody, especially the last few snowfalls even. Significant improvement there. The first snowfall, trial and error for sure. Everyone's learning. It's new, like the properties, like going to the properties for the first time for everyone, it's gonna be trial and error. And since then, I think we've had 4, 5 snowfalls since. There's been significant improvement. Like, it's shocking the amount of clients that are satisfied. I've just noticed in office, it's been great since then. And honestly, that's what people don't talk about, I feel, is just learning to get used to everything and the training and just getting used to who you're working with, even the properties that you're working with.
So, like, our first was 20 hours, right? Our first was 20 hours, I think, right?
Something along those lines, yeah.
For real,
And
20 hours?
Yeah,
it
it's
was
The first round.
much
Yeah.
What, were you not part
longer
of it?
than
I wasn't.
It was
First
crazy.
fall-
No, he
first
wasn't here.
snowfall, I wasn't here.
He wasn't here. He was
I
sick.
was sick, remember?
Oh, he was
yeah,
sick.
sick. Quotation. I couldn't even swallow. I couldn't even eat anything.
Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Yeah, I was done. How was the first one from now? Like,
Well,
for you, Jalen.
I came to get Christian. I came to trade trucks with Christian. He was passed out in a fucking parking lot.
I heard Awad was shoveling for 20 hours straight.
A wad and it was like, apparently there was like, somehow there ended up being shift 1 and shift 2. And
Yeah.
shift 2 was 2 people started, Steven and Phoenix, in the morning of the next day. So they were out, but Awad and Javier worked both shifts.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
they worked the whole fucking next day. And then I picked up a route, and it was eventful.
Yeah.
So that came about.
We're done in like 5 hours last time,
Yeah.
right?
And it's
I wasn't.
Yeah, because you went and played a game of basketball in the middle of your phone.
Yeah, you told me you didn't play basketball. What's going on?
I was actually supposed to start at 6. So
Yeah.
let's just say I didn't go to basketball. I started at 6. I would have left at like the next day, 12
No.
p.m.
Because you did your salt run twice. You started at 3
At
p.m.
3, yeah,
You went till
did it.
9, and then you
Yeah.
played some basketball, and then.
But no,
came-
originally that day, remember, you were saying
Yeah.
to come for 6. So if I came for 6, I wouldn't have played. So like I would have left the same time regardless. You get what I'm saying?
You gotta
Did
get the
you just play
basketball
to
in
have
either
a
way.
break?
No, like I actually played because I booked it.
Oh,
Like,
but
it was
you
it was a
booked it when
training
you
session, like
when you
beforehand, like
when you
weeks
found
before.
out you were going early.
No,
You're
no,
saying
no,
it's
no, no.
before, but you're supposed to go in at 6 p.m.
I booked it like days before.
Yeah.
type
So
of
what
thing,
were you?
so-
What would you do if you went out at 6 p.m.?
Who knows? I probably would have got home at like 10 p.m. the next day.
What about the basketball though?
I wouldn't have gone. I wouldn't have gone.
that's-
It would be too
If
crazy.
you book it, it's not like you have to go. It's just all the other people have to pay.
I could have got my money back, but like
Exactly.
yeah,
I don't think he told me that
I did.
part.
You're like I told you that. You're like, nah, bro. You've been good. You've been good this season. So, I'm gonna let you do your thing.
The Filipino League.
But
But it was
yeah,
good, though. It
like
was
that was
cool.
crazy. You went till the next day. You went till like 9 a.m.
Yeah, and then I had to come back for 12:30 to meet you. And then I did door knocking right after.
Yeah.
I was cooked. I was running like
This
3
guy's
hours
a
of sleep.
fucking machine.
I'm for you.
He's a machine.
But
Yeah, he came up. We
yeah.
had a meeting at Starbucks, and then he
Thought I
went
was
out
gonna
and knocked
pass out.
fucking doors.
Yeah.
you got some sales too. Me and
Patrick. Shout out Patrick. Patrick's a good guy.
Patrick keeps all of our schedules full.
Where is he?
We need him.
He's knocking doors.
No, but even like salting routes, like the first night I went out, like I thought it was gonna be. No, I mean like salting, that first route. When you messaged me the Toyota property,
Oh, I don't want to
and
talk
I
about
hit
Toyota.
that. Yeah, no, we're not getting into
I
that.
wanna
I
talk
loved that
about
fucking
Toyota.
thing last event, and holy shit, I understand what you guys are saying. And Narius got to watch me the whole fucking time. How'd I do?
Honestly, you took way too long, Charlie. I was sitting there. I pulled off. I'm like, okay, because I saw you move the cones first, right? Like you obviously had a plan to like plow this. I didn't think it would take 30 plus minutes, but it does. Some of those properties, especially with the cars.
Just the back dragging is what kills you.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
that fucking they've
Yeah.
got this car wash
Yeah,
that's
the-
like
yeah,
so
so
fucking
tight,
tight.
yeah.
Then back dragging that and like.
oh, you guys gotta, yeah, right.
You gotta get
I
in
think
there.
you guys are a little bit lazy sometimes and just
Not
just
me.
Like, what?
Not me.
No, I
Not
haven't
Jalen.
plowed that site, but I salt
I
that
hate
site,
that.
and
I
I
hate it.
wouldn't imagine plowing it.
I hate
It's-
it.
And what, you just turn up your spinner and fucking
I put the spinner to like around 60, 70.
and it gets in the spot.
It gets right under the cars, right? Like compared to the amount of cars that there is.
I almost
and-
slept walking in here.
What?
I almost slept.
Yeah, that church property too. I was salting it and I slipped on the pathway. But it has a sign there saying, "Watch out, winter fall, slow sideline."
You slept after you salted?
No, while
It
I
means
was
you did.
salting.
Okay. Yeah.
I was throwing the salt and I almost ate shit.
Fuck, I eat shit on one of them. One of the schools by Maple Grove, I got out to shovel, and I fucking fell right on my ass. Like, it took me a minute. I looked around to make sure no one was watching, and then I had
Yeah.
to catch my breath. But
Surprisingly, I haven't fell.
You haven't
Yet.
fell?
Yet.
you're just not moving quick enough.
Nah, I'm moving quick.
Yo, get on those side
I'm moving
shuffles.
quick. Actually, no, on that one property, oh man, no, I think like no one's there or they're on vacation or something. I don't know
What?
where it is. It's all interlocked, and you make a left into the complex, and there's no way out except for that left. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what it's called though.
It's a complex.
It's not. It's like a small little neighborhood, but like you turn left at the lights to go inside, and there's only one entrance into that place.
And it's like
As soon as you turn left,
You have to-
it's
either
like
right
a
or
bend,
left, right?
and the house is right there.
Oh, it's like 71.
Yeah, that
yeah,
one.
Yeah. And it's
It's
like
all-
it's just a single thing.
No, it's not single.
It's a single scoop.
No, it's not. It's double driveway.
Okay, so what's your fucking issue?
I'm just saying that it's slippery. That's what I'm saying. It's mad slippery.
Charlie had me and what was his name? Rohit, one of the new guys.
Good.
Oh yeah, he's no way. This guy's on it. When we came out to shovel
those
that,
clips Mo's been using? That's from fucking Rohit.
good
all
shit.
the last-
Good shit,
the
Mo.
last 2
Shout out
years.
Rohit.
Yeah, so some of Mo's pay has gone to Rohit now. Right, Mo?
No, one of those properties, like you were saying, Jalen. Take the
He's
mic.
the guy getting all those clips for you. Like, you know the clip that, like, the snow went everywhere? And, yeah. He's standing out
Bro
there.
is on
You-
it.
So
we can
it
say
has
that.
not been Mo this entire time.
Mo's like Batman. He only comes out when the bat signal.
So who has been filming our Instagram videos, our TikTok
when the Mo
videos?
signal's out in the air, then he comes.
Mo signal.
Yeah, it's like he's like Batman.
So who has been filming our snow removal content?
Mo.
In the middle of the night?
Yeah, Mo.
Yeah.
You
'Cause
are
he's
out
like
in the middle of the
Batman.
night.
Like I said, he only comes out when the signal is in the air.
Oh, okay.
And
Double
Mo
M.
signals up. Brightest.
Mo rents my camera roll.
Yeah.
For those of you listening, our podcast lights, we had a driveway job. We spent a lot of nights there.
A lot.
Days, mornings, nights.
Evenings.
Late
Years.
nights. lots of time at dawn laying stone, and these lights would have been good. But I think that was a good job. Except we went, how many hours? I showed
A
you.
lot. Like, I don't know. I think it was like
400 hours over
yeah,
budget.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a
Maybe
maintenance
even
guy,
more.
and I was
I don't
even
know.
there, so.
Let's not make this podcast about how to go out of business.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay, where do we leave off? We're going
Slipping
around,
and falling.
slipping and falling.
Oh no, we were going around talking about.
Before that, we're
pains.
going around about.
It's me. It's my turn.
I know Hunter's raring to go. Like, he's got something brewing.
He's brewing. He's ready to take that VIL bowling ball and take a strike.
He is brewing indeed. But you guys were talking about people and waste, I think, right? And I think a comment of yours, Nereus, was like common language within the training, and how Christian was able to kind of bring you in and teach you, and a common language among everyone. Emily touched on it too, of communicating between leadership, the managers, and field staff. And I think a part of that is, a few of you guys were at the conference a few days ago, they talked about lean and lean organization, lean cleaning. There's a few different lean meanings. Are you guys familiar?
Lean?
You're familiar, and you are.
Lean? What does lean
But-
mean?
Not that type of lean.
Search Kaizen and
It's on, man. I need the Googles going.
Hunter, search up the Toyota way.
How is lean spelled?
The Toyota way.
Lean the hood way? Or
You got it, Emily?
All I got is purple drink. What are you?
Emily. Kaizen. So this is organization systems from Japanese people, how Toyota runs their production from manufacturing people. And these are 3 different ways that all mean the same thing, and I think are important for small businesses to consider when deploying teams. If you guys can read out what each of your meanings mean, and we can see if they relate.
Lean?
A lean management system.
Okay.
The Toyota Way is a set of principles defining the organizational structure of Toyota Motor Corporation. The company formalized the Toyota Way in 2001.
Can you read one of their
The Wikipedia.
Oh,
like
it's-
diagrams?
Oh, it didn't give me a diagram.
Go in the
Yeah, I got
images.
the diagram.
Are you on lean?
I am. Lean manufacturing, right?
You got it. Let's hear it.
5S. So these are all the bubbles around the main lean manufacturing. It's 5S, value stream mapping, single piece, flow, just in time, SMED, Kanban, cell design, and TPM.
And so what do those mean?
You know what? It doesn't really give me a description here, but yeah, looking at images, it doesn't really give me anything. We have two laptops.
We can tell who's paying attention at the conference. Okay, hey, don't wrap up yet. We're dig in a little bit deeper. Okay, you're on Kaizen.
school, right?
How do you spell that, Charlie?
Kaizen. A-N.
Are we still on lean?
Yeah, let's wrap
Yeah.
up lean here. Lean.
So for her, it's
Okay.
showing up some.
Yeah, you got it.
So how does lean management work? Identify value, map the value stream, create a pull system, ensure that work only starts when there's demand, develop continuous workflow, make small incremental improvements over time, and seek perfection. Continuously look for ways to improve. And then there's what are benefits of loan management. Reduces time waste, money and effort. Reduces waste of time, money and effort. Improves quality and efficiency. Optimizes storage costs and overhead. Simplifies the operational structure and maximizes customer value.
Amazing.
Yeah. That's what Google gave me.
I think Google hit the nail on the head with that one.
Definitely. I think so too.
No, one of the readers where he can't comprehend, but he can project it.
Exactly right.
Yeah, you can tell you're a landscaper.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, Emily, let's
I'm a
hear it.
labor.
Kaizen.
Okay. Kaizen is a concept referring to business activities that continuously improve all functions and involve all employees from the CEO to the assembly line workers.
Amazing.
Yes.
And I feel having a common language around that of continuous improvement and waste elimination is important. And a lot of that was very like professionally worded. I think to dummy it down, it's division metrics, like what are numbers that can base our performance off of and that we can check up on weekly and monthly. That's it. And if we can see the metrics and scoreboards of how are we doing, like maybe what's a customer complaint rate or what's our unbillable time on a lawn route, right? Like how long are we spending for lunch and driving? And how much time are we actually on billable site? Like finding things to measure and not overcomplicating it, but reviewing those weekly and monthly so everyone's on the same page.
Well, I think, starting with numbers is hugely important because you're starting with something to actually go off of. Like you're starting with something to improve. Without metrics, without numbers, you could be sitting in the same spot for ages, essentially. Actually, like improving those numbers, improving those metrics, like that's gonna actually grow the business. That's gonna make everybody a better employee. That's gonna grow the business just in general, I think. And I think that's kind of where everything begins.
So for keeping profits up the highest, we could improve by just by working the hardest we can, but at max efficiency. Also, so for example, a property that is quoted for an hour, we try to aim for maybe 40 minutes every time we're there, but still maintaining that same efficiency as if we were spending an hour there. That may get hard sometimes, that may be an issue, but I would also encourage people to just try new things and try to look for the fastest route to be able to produce that max efficiency, but also to be in and out of the property at the quickest time. Because if everyone does their job and sticks to the route that they're supposed to, everyone wins at the end of the day. You know, the boss is happy, the clients are happy, we're producing better work at a quicker time, so the employees get paid more, and that will also encourage them to try harder, to do a better job. Also, I feel like incentives could come into play for that, to just encourage employees to work as hard as they can, to if they have some kind of goal to work towards in the workplace, then that gives them something to work on to just better themselves, and it gives them a clear path, a clear goal to try and achieve those goals in the workplace and that other goals that they might have. So yeah.
And before you finish, why would someone want to do that? Be more efficient and strategic on their equipment, on their cruise training? Like, what's the benefit of looking from a foreman or crew lead position?
Yeah, just like I said before, just if everyone's doing their correct job at most efficiently as they can, then everyone wins at the end of the day. You know, the company's making money, the clients are happy, they see we're doing a good job, the employees get potential raises, benefits, whatever the case may be, but everyone wins at the end of the day. And you also just do it to benefit yourself and everyone around you. At the end of the day, you can pass that knowledge on, and like that's what it's about, right? Just making sure that knowledge is passed down to everyone around you so that they can benefit off of it. That's the number one thing, just so everyone can benefit around from it. You know, everyone has something to learn, so everyone can benefit from each other. That's the number one thing.
And I think the number two thing to that is get fucking paid more.
Yeah, 100%.
Right?
I agree.
100%.
Can you elaborate on how?
I think, again, a little bit what Emily and Christian talked about. It's about the numbers and the metrics, kind of to get an idea of where we're lacking or even where we're doing well in. It really comes down to that, and it comes down to like your why. Like, you know, some people, they just want to get a paycheck. Some people, they want to grow their skills. Some people want to grow within the company. But I think with any company, you can kind of help everybody by allowing them to provide for whatever it is that they need to be provided by. And I think the metrics, looking at that over 6 months, a year to 3 years, over a long period of time, and you're constantly growing, that obviously allows the company to make more money, and now it allows your employees to maybe get an incentive or get paid more or get benefits. Really all about the metrics and the numbers and making sure everybody's on the same page. Us having different systems implemented in the business, whether that be for specific jobs. For example, how to mow a lawn correctly, so we're doing it as good as possible, but also as efficient as possible. We're not wasting time looking for material, wasting time looking for, different type of equipment to use. All the equipment's in this specific location. This is what we need to do. You guys are gonna go in, get it done, and we're gonna do a good job, and you guys can move on to the next. Compared to wasting 5-10 minutes looking for specific things, lollygagging when it comes to driving to and from sites, taking 10,000 smoke breaks. You do this over a long period of time, there's only room for growth, honestly. You take away all that waste, you implement all these systems into whatever it is that you're doing, and the growth is exponential. And that ultimately leads to making more money.
And to sum it up, a landscape company can afford 25% of their revenue towards labor.
Mm-hmm.
So how can that revenue be bigger so that 25% is more for the people who are a part of that?
We do bigger jobs.
Bigger jobs or cut more lawns in the same time.
Exactly. Efficiency. Again, once we have certain systems, it's just having different systems again for whatever job that we're doing, making sure the new hires are all on kind of the same page so they know exactly what they're getting into. And the rest is pretty straightforward as long as we cut wasted time, whatever that may be. And we have different systems where people who don't even have experience, we kind of run them down. This is how we do stuff. Yeah, they might not be so hands-on, but at least they have some sort of idea, be like, hey, this is what I got to do, step by step type of thing. And then, us as crew leaders or whoever's on the job site or whoever knows exactly what they need to do, they can kind of guide them at the same time rather than them just kind of not being able to know what the fuck they're doing, right?
You mentioned a lot of systems.
Yeah.
And standards too.
Mm-hmm.
That was a struggle with our maintenance.
More mentorship.
Definitely. Edges gotta be dialed.
Edges need to be fucking dialed, yes. Are you mic'd up?
Emily's got the mic. Edges got to be dialed. For anybody that didn't hear us at home,
Make sure they hear it.
Edges, man.
Also, too, I think when I came in, there wasn't, we had Christian, Narius, but from what I was hearing, it was nothing positive. There was nobody willing to grow within the company. It was more so I'm bouncing soon, or I feel like I'm going to leave, or this company's this company's that. And I think, you kind of need that sort of community that is willing to go through hardship, because at the end of the day, any company you run, any type of business that you run, there's always going to be things that go left. So it's more so, I guess, having that mindset and being able to look for that positive thing in whatever, not so positive or negative situation that may occur. And when I came, there wasn't really a lot of that. It was obviously, Christian was cool, but I don't want to name drop or anything, but
no, but I mean, at the same
really,
time, there's guys at this company that we like,
for sure. No,
there's
100%.
employees at this company that we stay for, right?
Yeah,
we
100%.
find ourselves friends. We're not just co-workers,
Yeah.
right? We're out here, we're bowling. We're out. Me and Jalen play ball out there,
that was lit.
right? When we're younger, we're doing all this stuff. We're working hard, but at the same time, we're having fun. So. Yeah,
That's
we
a
could always
huge
grow. Yeah, it's a huge benefit, but we could always grow in a
100%.
business like that. Like you said, things go left, things go right, but we're always there together. We're sticking together.
100%.
And that's at the end of it, that's what matters, right? So.
Yeah, and using what we've taken and what Jalen just dropped, me and Emily had a chat yesterday of she's like, oh, I put this process together based on what I wish I had when I came in. And using that of what Jalen just dropped, the knowledge is so powerful, whether it's a roadmap, a 4-year plan of where you're going to grow, where you want to be, and you come in, hey, my goal is a 6-figure year. Let's see how we can get you there and what skills are required. And if you meet that timeline, we can hit it. For some people, it'll be 3 years. Some people, it'll be 7-8 years. But everyone's different. But I think the opportunity should be fair and there for everyone, laid out on the table so we can see it, what's actually required, where do numbers need to be, and then we track those numbers. And the Kaizen, the lean, the Toyota, the constant improvement while still having fun. And I think the fun makes it doable every day, right?
For sure.
It makes the shitty days worth it. And
For sure.
regardless, it's either going to be fun or it's going to be a hell of a lesson. That's it, right? You talked. Let's see what's brewing in this guy's dome.
I just wanted to say something about communication at this company. Through my little time of being here, through the month and a half or so that I've been here, I think there's been a major step up in the communication here. The way I've seen Christian, Jalen, and Arius communicate on the snow shifts, it's pretty impressive how well they've been organizing to try to eliminate wasted time and try to make everything run smoother on those shifts.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like an example, a few shifts ago, where the fuck was I? I don't know.
Sleeping.
One time Charlie slept
Sleeping.
in.
I
Twinkling his
don't
Were
know.
you there, Christian, when,
No, I
when
was
Charlie
in a
did
fucking
that?
tractor.
Charlie, let's talk about the day that you slept in during the whole snow.
Twinkling his toes together under his
Got
covers.
his hot cup of cocoa by
Yeah,
the fire.
just
Double, medium, double.
sitting on the couch. I had like 3 blankets on, and Christian ran the whole west side. He had a salt truck he was running. You made sure Neris was good. You made sure Jalen hopped on your route, and you were running a route or something. And who else did we have? We had,
What day was that? I don't know. Too many days. I can't remember.
what day was that?
That was like the second or third shift, I think we went out. For
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
that's when I worked a 16-hour shift, right? And I was following you around with the plow.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Going behind you,
Yeah.
for the-
Yeah, that should have been better, but it worked out at the end. Of the
Oh, I was with the fucking 1500 doing the shovel route.
Oh,
day. That 1500 is gone, so now.
That 1500 got written off.
That thing.
Yeah.
So how is it? How's the plow in the mechanic shop? How's it doing?
It's gonna cost more to fix it than the plow is worth. It's gonna cost more than the whole rig is worth to fix
Okay.
the plow. Christian was so excited to get home after his snow shift.
Yeah, he's
A
too
trailer
excited.
moved and hit him. I don't know that fucking trailer, eh?
yeah, the trailer just fucking.
What a
Black
dick.
ice. Be careful of black ice. That's the number one.
I'm sure it was white
rule,
snow, not black
because,
ice.
Yeah. But you can't see black ice.
There was
and
like
it's
less
very
than an
deadly.
inch out there. How did that happen?
Yeah, no matter how bad those McDonald's cravings are after the shift, just don't do it.
Stop doing
That's
donuts.
Yeah. The McGriddles, the McDoubles.
Drive-through might be open, but inside ain't.
It's not.
You wouldn't be able to order that.
The
Yeah.
McGriddles.
The
I'm
McGriddles.
gonna put you guys on, bro.
The
Breakfast.
McAnything.
You get a what's it called? Chicken McMuffin. Add lettuce and tomato.
Okay.
Fire.
Wow.
Sometimes. It's ass.
You like the poutines from Don's?
That is
As
ass.
long as they extra heat my cheese.
No, man.
Whoa, that's honestly the worst
That is-
poutine
you know what that is?
in
That
the
is meal
GTA.
You guys are missing out.
I
Yo.
had that. You know, I've never had it, but you mentioned it, so I went to have it and I almost threw up.
That's what I'm saying. It's one of the worst things I've ever had
That
in my
is
life.
jail.
I go to Don's after every leg day just to get food.
That really helps the
There
legs.
you go.
Helps the legs.
Every
eh?
leg day's a cheat
Helps
day.
the legs, eh?
Well, I think it helped me get home and prep
Take
me
a
for my-
shit.
Yeah, that's how I felt. We were like, yeah, we need some
Yeah,
McGriddles
yeah,
after the
No
snow
need
shift.
that.
It helps the protein.
Yeah,
Yeah, McDonald's poutine's worst poutine out there.
Yeah,
Harvey's
I agree with
poutine?
that. I agree with
That's
that.
where it's
Talk
at.
about our
Yeah.
coffee orders and why
Coffee?
not more of you guys drink black.
Okay, there was an instance this year where, let's just say we're cutting things kind of close, and those who know what that means know what that means. You're no, close to it, and that's what. Yeah, so just never have a lot of milk or anything dairy on a warm day of doing maintenance or hardscapes. That goes for hardscapes too. Just never have a lot of dairy
No cream.
on a warm day. Yeah, no dairy, and you should be good.
What about sugar?
Sugar,
Oh, you need a lot of sugar.
Oh, to make up for it, to compensate.
No, you need sugar to keep you boosted throughout the day. If you don't have sugar, you're
that's
cooked.
like to.
You
Yeah,
sound like a crackhead.
to each their own for the sugar.
I appreciate you, Jalen, over there, sober head.
Some people
No
need the sugar to keep
coffee.
them going, some
I
people
drink coffee.
don't. sugar.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's dangerous.
I
But
don't
is
know.
that-
That is dangerous.
But that's because you don't like it too sweet.
yeah,
But then the cream adds a little bit of
Yeah.
the sweetness to it.
Yeah. Reduces
Exactly.
the.
Yeah, so it's to
So it can
each
go
their
both
own.
ways.
It's to each
Yeah.
their own for the sugar, you know.
Yeah. You're
what about you,
right.
Charlie? What made you turn to black
Yeah.
coffee?
What made you turn
Black,
to
you
the dark
never go
side?
back.
Once you go black, you never go back.
There's the answer.
No, I used to drink like double every day, medium double,
Yeah,
but couldn't do that anymore.
I
No,
agree.
but yeah, we want to know what's the day you woke up and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
black
You're like, I can't
coffee,
take
Black coffee.
Black.
So
no going back.
I initially was on those 5-hour energies, 2022 or 2023 fall, and we didn't plan for losing all of our guys to September school. So it was me and this one other guy. We had a stacked fall schedule. We had our lawn routes still. We were fucked. It was one truck and the two of us, just like, it was crazy days. It was nuts, like fucking nuts. So these 5 hours, I would just add them up. If I want to go for 10, 15 hours, I would just do the math. But those got really expensive, and
Wait, sorry to interrupt. So you're ripping like 3 a day?
a few a day.
Oh my God, you want to get hospitalized?
No. I would buy the
That's a
Costco
perfect
packs.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, our routes are by the hospitals.
Anyways, it wasn't good. It was getting really expensive. So I bought a espresso machine. And actually no, before that I started trying coffee. I'm like, okay, let's cheapen this up, like Tim's, whatever. But I kept spilling the fucking things or losing them. I would leave them on the trailer and drive away. I would leave them on the truck bed, and I was like, fuck me. It was awful because you don't drink it all at once. You like sip at it. It's a lot of milliliters. So I would get my espresso machine. I bought this fucking thing because it was just a shot. So
Expensive espresso or cheaper espresso?
the caffeine was all I cared about.
So
I
it was expensive.
I didn't go crazy
You
on
bought
the
the best
machine.
one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got into the espresso shots. Those were like pretty black to me, but I got used to it. And then when I need a sip on something, it's just like the same flavor as an espresso shot, and it's black.
But it doesn't result the same as an espresso.
Well, you've got the risk of spillage, but that's it.
But you know what? Once you start drinking coffee without sugar, it becomes gross, and that's why I simply can't have a double anymore. Don't you agree? Because you don't drink doubles either anymore.
No, I don't, but I drink it for the
Remember when we
sweetness.
used to like those French vanillas?
Exactly.
Like,
That's a great point.
Were you on
A French
those?
vanilla is
Were
like
you?
the beginner
Yeah.
coffee
All
for
on
everybody.
Gatorade.
And
Gatorade with a cream and a sugar.
ew.
Yeah. Don't sacrifice your health for
Moral
landscaping.
of the story.
Don't sacrifice your health.
Get diabetes.
Even though, okay, well, you know,
Don't do it.
you know, I had, okay, my cousin when I was growing up, he would work night shifts, and to keep him going for the night shifts, that when he was sick, when he know he couldn't keep going, he would make a protein shake with the 5-hour energies.
Okay,
Like he
that's-
put protein powder
That's OG.
with the 5-hour energy with like some greens, like, you know, maybe some kale.
Kale.
Trying to
Sometimes
balance it all
If he was
out.
really sick, he'd
Slowing it out.
no, if he was really sick, he'd put a little bit of like cough medicine in it, you know, maybe like some Buckley's.
Purple
Some
drink.
Buckley's, you know,
Protein
because he was
on
really sick, right? He had to keep going. And then he would mix the 5-hour, the Buckley's, the protein all into one shake.
And kale.
And what is he doing today?
He was
like
doing-
we need a blender at the yard.
No, he was doing like security, like security, like no, he's not in prison. No. But you know that would keep him going. But the moral of the story: don't sacrifice your health, no matter how.
Moral of
bad
the story:
it is.
don't have Buckley's and kale and 5-hour
don't
energy
make
drinks.
a random concoction to keep you going, unless it's like absolutely dire. But it's not recommended.
Can we get a little bit more specific on what a dire situation is?
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. A dire situation would be
I disagree.
I stumped.
probably 90%
Stub
of
my
people's situation where they need to make money and they can't go without it. So it's hard to say don't sacrifice your health to that, but at the end of the day, sometimes you need to. But that's a part of the sacrifice, you know, sacrifices have to be made. but it's just not
So
recommended.
I have a question. Why can't you just push through? Why do we gotta go?
That's actually a good question, and me and Charlie were talking about that a few days ago. We were talking about motivation and ways that we could try to implement like different ways of motivating employees when they're like down in the dirt like that, because I know we've all had those days, whether you're hardscapes maintenance, whether you're in the office, where it feels like you just want to throw in the towel, throw it all away. But you know, everyone's different, but at the end of the day, sometimes like we might need that little bit of bump of motivation, because it's so hard to look to yourself when you're in that situation, when you need that little bit of motivation to keep you going. And again, I feel like for everyone is different, but I feel like there's definitely ways that we could try to help employees with just
Give them a
motivating
5-hour
them.
energy?
Yeah, like whether it's, you know, I don't know, like giving them some sort of incentive, that's a possibility, but also just trying to like lift their spirits, you know, like in the moment. It's all in the moment, and it's all mental, right? In the moment, we get frustrated, we get overwhelmed with emotions and stress. But if you just think, oh, you know, this is just in the moment, it's all going to help at the end of the day with resilience, and it'll help you with how to manage your time, how to manage your people, how to manage your stress in general. That's something we were talking about, trying to figure out ways that we could help motivate employees on those days that they need it the most, so that they don't think rationally in the moment, because again, it all is in the moment, and sometimes you need to just take a step back, and we all need help with that sometimes too. Like what Jalen was saying, why can't you just keep going? Well, it's easier said than done on those days, 100%. And I feel like with the right environment, with the right people, we could definitely help with that, 100%.
Yeah, and I think there's definitely a fine line of continuously dangling a carrot in front of someone's fucking face just to keep them going. But we need to understand of like our higher and lower self, and like decisions, like when we set our 4 a.m. alarm, we're fired up, we're ready to go. But when it's 4 a.m., you're not going to be fired up. There's no motivation at 4 a.m., but you trust yourself the night before that it's for a good cause. And even with planning, like planning on a Sunday night for the whole week, you plan strategically because you know that's the outcomes you need. But as you're going through the week, you're beat up, you're fucked, you're so gassed, you think you're going to throw in the towel, but you trust your higher self, and you have confidence in what you were thinking when you could rationally think, drowning in emails and phone calls and people, you know, quitting and clients complaining. So I think that's something folks need to understand as well.
No, but it's easier definitely in the regular season, not in the winter. Like you come to work 6 a.m., 7 a.m. and you're ready, right? Like you have your coffee
take the
going.
routine for granted. Like
Exactly.
even my schedule of gym and day-to-day productivity and work, like a salt shift thrown in there, fucked on sleep, and then it takes like literally 4 days to get back.
Especially now in these winters, these bipolar winters, right? It says it's snowing, doesn't fucking snow.
That's just the weatherman. Like I've never seen someone get paid so much.
Who are these meteorologists, man? Like let me run it. Come on, like I'd look into the sky, can't see snow, there's no snow. But like, yeah, like I mean, right now it's like we don't know if it's gonna snow or not, and even if it does, like we have to be out there, but we can't judge based off these meteorologists. Like how are we gonna know? Like on Saturday, Sunday, it said it's gonna snow 18 centimeters. Now I'm looking at the radar, nothing.
It's sunny.
Right? So at the same time, in the regular season, it's easy to have that routine, that momentum, right? With the coffee in the morning, you're going, you're working until 5, you're fine.
You should see this guy's coffee cup.
Yeah, fuck. 2 cups a day.
Heavy duty.
2 cups a day. Now Charlie blessed me with the VIL cup. So now, yeah, Christian's a bit jealous of that, right? But
a little jealous.
no, but I mean, like during the regular season, it's fine. But the snow shift, you can never tell what's going on, what's gonna happen, who's gonna salt, who's gonna plow, right? But it just happens, right? Like it's work, and we're getting paid standby, and we're on it, right? So
But talk about the feeling after the snow shift, when everything's done, things are dialed in.
yeah, it's tiring.
Watch out for black guys.
coming back to the yard. You know, you see your buddies tired out there, whatever. I mean, when you work these night shifts, it's not easy, especially when it's not snowing and you don't have that sleep schedule going. and you're out at 4 a.m., 3 a.m., it's pretty hard, but at the same time, it's fine, right? Like,
You just got to think about the sleep you'll get
Sure,
after the
right.
shift. Just
exactly.
think about how good that sleep
I
will
wouldn't
be,
take
and then
No, I-
Yeah.
I would.
It must be a little bit fun to be out in the middle of the night though.
Yeah,
Because I-
driving around, it's pretty
There's
lit.
no one in
No.
your way.
Yeah.
no, it is nice. 100% the snow shifts are, well, I wouldn't say way worse, but
It's different.
they have
It's
their
different.
pros and cons compared to a maintenance shift or a hardscape shift. Sometimes you might get a call at 3 a.m. telling you to come in. You might not want to.
But
You just got to power through it. And again, think of how good of the sleep you'll get after the shift. That's what matters.
Yo.
You always got to keep it fun.
You know what sucks is the coffee at 4 in the morning. At McDonald's, Tim's, anywhere you go, I swear to God, it's the worst coffee you'll ever have. Like, I waited in a line for 30 minutes. I had to hop a curb to go in a drive-thru, and then it was the worst coffee I've ever experienced in my life.
Wendy's coffee.
Wendy's coffee.
No, Wendy's.
I had McDonald's coffee. It was terrible.
That's why your unbillable hours were so.
I was just about to say
I
that.
literally like
hitting curbs.
I
waiting for 10,
I
30 minutes.
I needed
That
a
would
t-
pay for an espresso.
No, yeah, I have a DeLonghi coffee machine, cappuccinos, espresso, anything you want. Charlie, you need one of those. The DeLonghi.
Or a hot tub.
No, I mean, when you're done the coffee, what's gonna happen, right? I have no beverage.
Talk about
You're gonna shit your brains
the
out.
dumpster of a passenger seat you made it after that shit. There was milk on the fucking dash.
I don't even have milk. I don't even drink milk in my coffee. That's Jalen. That's all Jalen.
That's not me.
That's all
That is not
Jalen.
me.
There was there's creamer on the top. Yeah, that's Jalen.
No,
That's-
there's no way that's
I-
me.
Yeah,
There's
it's
absolutely
not-
no
there was
way.
2 cups in the passenger seat. I was so grossed out that whole shit.
I don't even drink
When
milk,
you guys go out,
so
it's not salt stains. It's the creamer.
it
stains
smells like a
that
public
you
pool in
worry
there,
about.
but it's okay.
Larry spends most time in there. I don't know why we're looking at Jalen.
I don't know if that was
Leave
me.
Jalen alone.
That's cap.
Yeah, I don't drink any milk.
I don't know. I think.
Okay, so what's
I
your
think
coffee
both
order?
of you guys a little bad.
Medium 2 sugar.
That's
Okay,
cap.
Not as bad. Not as
But
bad.
let's talk about who spilled the beet juice in the back
You
seat.
thought about
juice.
5
Beet
minutes
juice.
of or anything.
You guys know like the de-icer, the liquid?
Like, yeah.
Oh.
I think you put the fucking sprayer in the back seat and the lid wasn't on.
No. I did not do that. No.
Okay, let me
That
see.
one
The
is-
first shift, I tried using that. It squirted all over my clothes. And there's a whole, like, a bucket of it in the bed, right? In that.
Why'd you put it in the back seat?
I did not put it in the back
The
seat.
bucket
No
was in the
way.
back seat?
The
I-
sprayer. The
No, no,
sprayer
no, no, no.
leaking out.
No
Was
way.
in the fucking back seat. The whole mat was filled with like juice.
Okay, it's not me. There's no way. I touched it once and I did not touch it again. That's 4 months. I did not. I only touched it like
He's
twice,
counting.
and
I'd cover my ass too if my job was up.
yeah. I mean, that liquid de-icer, nobody wants that on their lawn. It smells like shit anyway.
Nice. On their lawn and their plants.
Oh,
Jalen, that's all you. Stop hiding, bro.
Honestly, I don't even know how to. I couldn't even get that thing to work.
Me neither, bro. It's sprayed all
I
over my
can't. To this
clothes.
day, I can't get that thing to work. Like it doesn't squirt out for me. Pause.
Me neither.
Like,
So
I
actually,
can't-
nobody's been getting the
Let's
de-ice.
get to the bottom of this issue. Who's the one using the sprayer all year?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. So if no one knows how to use it, then who's
wow. Okay.
no, like the sprayer worked.
I just caught the fattest stray bullet ever in my life.
But
The sprayer worked during
it
the
wasn't,
season.
It wasn't cleaned out. Seals
Okay.
are fucked.
Well, how many sprayers have we gone through this season?
So
Let's
this was
just
the last
begin with
new
that.
one after we put a standard in of washing it after every week, right?
Yeah,
I think
I
I'm
was
in the
doing
clear
that.
here.
Yeah, it
But
still is
I'm
fucked.
I'm sure when you're putting something else besides vinegar in it that it clogs it up or whatever.
It doesn't
the-
work.
Maybe it's a chemical reaction.
Something. I don't know. All I know is I haven't touched that sprayer since like September.
No,
Like,
yeah.
It's not like you can pump it as much as you want. You pull the trigger, it's not
No.
coming out.
Last
Deadass,
time I
like,
touched it, it was.
I
it
called
was spraying.
Charlie. Like, remember that time I called you? I'm like, what's
You weren't
going
even
on?
supposed to be using it because it snowed.
Yeah, right. So that's when I learned that, and then I tried like before I called
Where's
you. I
the
was
de-icing SOP.
We need one. We need a certification on that shit. We're hard. No, but I was pumping it. I called you. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, why isn't it working? And you're like, you told me the truth about how I shouldn't be using it before or after the snowfall, right? The first day I used that, I was pumping it, and it went all over my clothes. And then after that, I threw the towel on that.
Yeah.
So now what? No one
With
knows
the
how
icer?
to use it.
Is it de-icer?
It doesn't work.
So yeah, now we need a new sprayer. We should get one with the that you put on your back.
But can you imagine that getting thrown around the bed? Like, it's just bigger shit to break. 5 minutes. Let's
Some last things we want to talk
set
about.
some last resting thoughts. What do you think?
Thoughts.
You're
Oh.
brewing. You're so deep about it. You're comprehending this whole conversation.
Just taking it all
Give
in.
us a summary of these last 5 minutes.
Yeah,
How
peace of mind.
Sounds like we need some training on the de-icer.
That's a good summary. Yeah, that's good. What else? What else is that you guys have? What else do you think?
Want me to be honest? I'm thinking about the drive home. Traffic.
Oh, my drive home is so amazing. Like 10 minutes from shop.
You have to go to the yard and fix the skid steer in the dark after this. Aren't you
Yep.
excited?
Oh, I'm very excited to
Yes.
get the battery out. The skid steer is pretty fun, so I'm excited.
Yeah, when you're using it, not when you're
He's
repairing it.
excited.
Yeah, it's fun when you use it.
Tell us why.
Yeah, it's your fault.
It's not my fault.
You're the
All right,
culprit.
everybody's blaming on me on everything. All these fucking de-icers, everything's getting blamed on me.
Clearly
But
this guy is just a fuck up. Keep going.
clearly, right? So, one ice shift, Charlie says, "What did you say? Dump the salt on at the yard, right? Or was that,
No, that was
after?"
before we established that. Right? The salt hopper was full.
So why did we
know.
need to turn on the JCB first? That shift.
The idea. So I had Narius warm up the machine because our salter was frozen. The auger wasn't spinning.
Oh, right.
And our salt hopper was full. So I'm like, instead of shoveling it out and shoveling it back in, let's shovel it into the bucket and then we just dump it back in. So we save a little bit of work.
Right.
But step
So-
one was to warm up the machine.
Yeah, and then somebody, Charlie, closed the door to the JCB, and yeah, the armrest was down, which
Absolutely
means it's locked.
But you don't need the armrest down to warm the fucking thing
Yeah,
up.
I know.
Moral of the story: don't put Narius on the JCB.
Moral of the
So
story.
anyways, keep going. What happened?
Yeah. So JCB was on. Figured it was gonna be a good idea to shovel the salt out onto the bucket, and we're shoveling. We turn on the JCB, and I go to do something. Turn around, JCB door's closed.
Did I
I know I didn't shut the JCB door. I know I didn't because I turned it on.
No. I went to open the fucking thing and it was locked.
That was after the fact that we turned it on.
I was in the salter shoveling it out. You were on the ground that started
He
it.
told me to do some shit.
Anyways,
Whatever.
doesn't matter. And then we left the fucking thing running for the next day and a half
Yeah.
because we couldn't find a key.
I was wondering, like, I came back from.
It sounded like a
smoking or plowing,
generator.
And I seen it on. I'm like, why is it on? And I just, said, okay, someone
What?
must be using it.
And then I went out salting, and I'm like, fuck, where are we gonna get a key? The guy's loading me up in a JCB machine. I'm like, fuck.
At
Have
Draglam?
your spare. So Draglam dude hooked it up.
No
He
way.
lent me the fucking key, and the JCP was so fucking dead that I hooked up 3 different trucks. I hooked up 3 different trucks with jumpers to the same fucking battery. Ran it for an hour. Me and Mo did our weekly call in the truck while all these trucks were charging the JCB. The thing still didn't charge. So now we spent tonight replacing the battery in this thing.
Yep, battery holds no charge.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After we're we're doing its leg day today at Good Life. And you can,
There you go. Oh, and you get the poutine after?
Oh,
Yeah,
the
Friday.
McDonald's
I've been looking
poutine.
forward to it all week.
McDonald's
Poutine.
Yeah, I
poutine
can't.
and- oh, man.
The poutine's optional, but the sauna's not.
Sauna, eh?
McDonald's has a sauna?
Beside the deep fryer.
Smell like McDonald's.
Where'd he
fries.
go?
Good Life.
For the sauna? Good life?
Good Life. It has it all.
Yeah.
Good life.
Sauna included. I like that.
Any final thoughts before we wrap the show up? 3 tips if you're looking to get into landscaping, help your landscape company grow, take things to the next level, be better within the field. Three tips.
All right. Know what you're doing first of all.
Reword that, because you came in here with a low level of skill. But
I did.
but your mindset and personality was quite dialed in.
Yeah, I came in to VIL with like 4 months experience. Charlie didn't have the faith in me, but I persevered.
He's only here because of faith. Give yourself advice for a year a year ago, right? You're looking into the landscape field.
Right.
What do you wish you did a little bit differently? What things that you did right? You came in here, you're wanting to learn, you're wanting to haul ass, you asked questions, you got around people who knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
What else? What else would you leave someone with?
If you were to give yourself advice right before you started working
VIL.
at VIL, what would 3 things that you would give yourself advice for?
Be prepared. Definitely.
So what does that entail? Like
Uh,
make sure you always bring water,
Prepare
extra change of
water,
socks, extra
coffee.
change of
Get
gloves.
yourself a lunch to heat up on the dash. Get the properties, long hours.
Has anyone tried this year with tinfoiled
Burritos on the dash.
on the muffler of the X mark?
No,
do
not
that
the
with
muffler.
all the
Definitely
time.
not.
The
Tin,
dash is
tinfoil. It's wrapped in fucking tinfoil. It's the same as
I
your
don't give a
muffler.
shit. You're
Okay.
No,
eating
on the muffler. You
fumes.
rest it on. It's not even running. It's
No,
just
no.
there.
It
You know?
cook the same, but it's not like
I hate cold cheese.
What the
I'm with Charlie.
No.
chemicals in your food?
Okay, I pre-make burritos and I throw them on the dash and I heat them up for like 20 minutes and I shit you not, it's crispy gourmet shit off the dash.
Some food poisoning.
No, Christian can. Me and Christian once, I had a pizza that I copped on a Saturday. We came in on Monday
Ew.
and it was still on the dash.
we left,
It was
left it in the truck.
we left it in the
box,
truck.
In the box.
And then on that Monday, we heated up the dash. We did a turf job, came back to the truck. Pizza was nice and warm. Cheese was melted. It was amazing.
Pepperoni crispy.
Okay.
Okay.
Step 2 and 3.
Disgusting.
One was prepared with food, socks,
Be
and underwear.
prepared. Yeah.
Yeah, preparation is one. Pass it on to Christian for this one, the next one.
Yes.
All right. Thinking back to when I first started, be prepared with whatever. That's the number one thing. Whether it's water, extra clothes, whatever it may be. Just be prepared as much as you can. Get as much sleep as you can. That's definitely something I would recommend for someone starting off.
If you're too caffeined up, the jitters, your edges aren't straight.
Yeah, exactly. You got to make sure the edges are dialed, but if you have no sleep, it makes it pretty hard to function. You can't make sure your stripes are down packed. You're going to be scalping with a trimmer if you're fatigued from being tired. Just make sure you get enough rest so that you can perform at your best. Number 3, sometimes with this line of work, especially the maintenance side, whoever you're working under or working with, if you have no experience, they might not have enough time to train you or may not have enough time to show you what you need to be doing properly, and you might have questions. I would just recommend that you pay attention as much as you can to whoever you're working with or under. If you have little to no experience, they may not have that time to train you properly, to show you what you need, the guidelines to properly do your job. So I would just recommend pay attention as much as you can and just take in as much as you can too, even if it's the smaller things. Take in as much information as you can. Try to take it all in so that way you could reuse it and so it could help you. Yeah, just pay attention overall.
Pay attention, folks.
Yeah, pay attention.
Emily, let's hear it.
Me personally, I don't work in the field, so it's not coming from my experience at least. But I would just say adjusting to your crew, kind of like what Christian said, adjusting with the people that you work with and working together to get things done efficiently, I think is, the best thing that you can learn to get a good job done.
Number 3.
This is a tough question to ask me, to be honest. Like,
We'll talk about something that you're familiar with. Like, what do you do all day running an office for a contracting organization, and what are 3 things that make you successful?
Okay, definitely organization. I mean, we were just talking about that yesterday. That's a huge thing in the office. There's a lot of things going on at all times between existing clients, new leads, new clients coming in. That's probably the most important thing on my end. And just staying focused on making sure the clients are happy and taken care of. And other than that, making sure like everyone in the field is taken care of. Like in the office, you're making sure everyone's kind of taken care of. So just staying organized and looking after everyone.
Amazing. Stay dialed in.
Yup.
Edges.
I think the biggest one is patience in this field or industry. There's a lot of complex designs that are involved, especially with hardscaping and a lot of woodwork, even, there's with maintenance. Things are always going to go wrong. There's always going to be something that is going to come up where you're going to have to sort of use your brain and your problem solving skills. And for that, you're going to have to be patient, along with the many other people that you might be working with. I've heard some stories and I've been through some companies where there were people who were kind of arrogant and they felt like they knew everything and they didn't want to share information because they thought that you would take their job or whatever. So it's kind of having that understanding and that patience of just being patient with the industry and allowing the knowledge to come to you and being eager to seek that knowledge. Drive is a big one in this industry. Like, you're not going to be working 4 hours every day, 5 hours every day. You're going to have long, shitty, rainy, snowy, tornado days. Like, it's not something that is a walk in the park. And if you're not used to that work and you're not used to those long hours, this isn't an industry for you. This is something that, on the last day when you guys can push maybe a 9, 10, 11, 12 hours a day just to get the job done, you guys are going to push for that rather than coming back the next day. If you guys can get it done, working an extra 2-3 hours, fuck it. Just get the job done.
Job
3.
Finished? Job ain't finished.
Facts. Someone help me out here.
I would say one thing for me that really helped me out when I started landscaping was keeping an open mind and watching people who had been in the field for a long period of time and been doing it a long period of time. It really helped me see how people did things in a different way and came up with my own efficient way of doing things.
Thank you, Hunter.
Amazing.
I think that's you next.
We'll wrap it up with
A strike.
Someone pick up the yellow ball.
we'll leave this with a bang. Okay, so 3 things. Biggest 3 things I would highlight going into a landscape business to run an organization is, number 1, processes and writing. I think is huge. It doesn't matter what you say. Doesn't matter what you say over the phone. Overemphasize sending recaps and text. There's loud equipment. There's a million different things going through people's heads. So writing is huge, whether it's processes or just day-to-day recaps. 2 is the people, and this is any business, but the people you attract, the people you bring on, the people are the biggest part of anything, and quality people, it's really good shit, right guys?
Thanks.
For sure.
Yeah. A 3rd thing here. Help me out, boys.
Black
See,
Black
No.
coffees will keep you going. no
5-hour
matter what.
energies.
Black coffees. But no, I think the 3rd thing would be metrics, like having scoreboards for everyone to see how they're doing. And I couldn't imagine being left in the dark of not knowing whether I'm doing a good or bad job and not knowing where, like Jan was saying, to drive. Like if I'm fucking
because it makes
driving
everyone
backwards.
feel accomplished when
Yeah,
you're when you're
exactly,
completing
exactly.
that.
So for every role, have it very clear of where they need to drive, and I think all of us as humans, aside from money, work towards a greater purpose of a why, something a whole lot bigger, and constant improvement is something that we're always looking towards, whether it's in ourself, our health, our bank account, everything. And it's hard to not have constant improvement if you don't know what the scoreboard is. So I would say that's the third biggest thing.
Yep, and feeling good about yourself is like the number one way to stay motivated. So
Yes. Kaizen, right? Lean.
purple drank.
Anyways, listen, good chat, folks. Lots of good nuggets. You guys are quite wise. I think that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, this will be good. So thank you for taking the time here. It was a good chopping session. That's it.
Yeah,
Good job. You guys are naturals.